Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on an authentication lab in PortSwigger's Web Security Academy. It is broken BruteForce Protection IP block. So there's a logic flaw in the password BruteForce Protection. We need to brute force the victim's password, log in, and access their account page. So we're given credentials and we know the victim account. There's a hint by using a macro turbo intruder extension. Okay, cool. So we'll solve it, with Python, but maybe I can create another video where I solve it with these two. That'd be kind of cool to learn that. All right. Anyway, let's get started. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I would appreciate that. So it said that it was a IP block with, what do you call it? With a logic flaw. Sorry. All right. So let's try to trigger that to see how we can get past it. Oh, and there's one other thing I wanted to tell you. So I went through and did a bunch of updates to the authentication class. Remember how I kept complaining how I architected it poorly? So I fixed that, at least I think so. I created this new prepare request, and that just builds the request. I added this validation, and this one right here. Yeah, you can do either string or time. And then everything's kind of built into the class. So if you need a special way to send the request, you just subclass this. And then everything else, for the most part, stayed the same. And then after I got done with that, I went through and modified all of these scripts, these three here, so that they used the new format and still worked. The best one, or not the best, but for example, like this, remember this was kind of messy. This is the response timing one. It was pretty messy. So I just subclassed it. Again, I changed how it sent the request. This is the one that used X forwarded for with the random IPs, and then provided. So that's the only thing I fixed or subclassed is just that part, and I think that's pretty good. Anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Let's go back here, and we want to trigger the flaw or the brute force protection and then see if we can get past it. So wiener, blah, we're going to send that. And let's go to proxy HTTP history, send this to repeater. And let's send this to repeater 2. Because I want, all right, so we sent it once through the browser. This is the second time we send it. We got 200 incorrect. This is the third time we send it. We got 200 incorrect. This is the fourth time we send it. 200. There we go. Please try again in 1 minute. So, how do we get past this? How do we make it so it doesn't trigger this? Remember that last time we did that, we did the X forwarded for. I don't think, they're not going to have two labs when that works twice. What may work is putting in the correct information. But looks like we do have to wait. So we did it 4 times, right? 3. Let's go to flow. Once with the browser and failed. Twice, 3 times, and so we did it 3 times. The 4th time it failed. Okay. Let's assume that that's the protection. Well, let's start. I want to use this minute that we have to wait, rather than waste the time. So what I think, let me just tell you what I think is happening, or what I think we can do to get past. Let's say we send 3 bad ones and then 1 successful login. And then, so I think that resets the counter, and then we can send 3 bad ones again. So as we're brute forcing every 4th request, we have to actually log in. That's what I think anyway. So has it been a minute? So 5:35, 33. Yeah, we should be good. So let's go here, proxy, repeater, sorry, wiener Peter. Okay, so we successfully logged in. I wanted this one to be, whatever. So let's try it again. So 1, 2, 3. All of these incorrect. This one correct. Uh-oh. Nope. So I was wrong. It's we can send 2 incorrect and then 1 correct. Oof. That's a little rough. Or is it? No, we got the same session in both. Okay. 2 incorrect, 1 correct. All right, let's start running our thing, assuming that that's correct. We haven't proved it out, I don't think yet, but brute force, well, let's use our script. So I'm going to go home, this, and here, Python, utils, create script, paste that. Copy this and oops, paste and run that. So it's in my command history. So we want to vim broken. Oh no, I don't like that comma. Ooh, let's fix that. So that's in vim. Let's move broken and remove that. Wait, comma to broken. Like that. Yeah, I don't like that comma in there. So I need to fix that. I'm going to go to utils, create script, and when I format script name here, I'm going to do dot replace comma I don't want 2, so I'm just going to replace a comma with nothing. Yeah. That looks fine. I think that'll work. All right. Okay. Let me edit this so that it goes like this. Okay. We've waited more than a minute now. Let's go back here and try. So this blah. This is our good one. This is our bad one. So we're going to send 2 and then 1 good one. Okay, so 1. 2. 2869 is the incorrect. 1 good one. Logged in. And then we're going to do 2 more. So 1, 2, 1 good one. 1, 2. All right. So I think that proves it out. Once we log in, it essentially resets the counter so that we can keep trying bad passwords. Let's just make sure it is 4. So we've reset it with this good one. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 this time. And then a login, a good one. Yep. See, we can only do 2. Okay. We can only do 2. Whew. And we need to brute force Carlos. So let's open up the authentication class. We don't need to do anything special. Let's build our... We don't need to, subclass this at all this time. Let's let's call it. So I'm going to do my auth equals authentication. So let's import that from tils.authentication. Import authentication. And then we need to, the URL, which is blog.login URL. No proxy. We need to provide that. Blog.no proxy. Let's no proxy equals number of threads. Let's up this to 5. Can we do threads? Num threads equals no. No. We got to do 1. Validation is string. Invalid string. Let's see, what was that? It was the incorrect password. And that's the invalid string. Invalid string equals this. Duration threshold, we don't need that. Sweet. So there's our my auth. And now we just need to brute force password because we already know the username. We need to open the passwords file. Let's look how we do that. Right there. Boom, with open password read only. Passwords equals that. And then we brute force passwords. So my auth dot brute force password. So we can do, let's fill this in and then we'll figure out how we can brute force password. Username will be Carlos. And passwords is a list. Passwords. And what does this return? It returns the valid password. So and then we can just log in. Let's just log, well, whatever. Once we have the valid password, let's just blog.login with Carlos and password. And then we'll do blog.is solved. Right? That's all we have to do is log in as Carlos. Access their account page. So yeah, it sounds like we just hit my account. We'll see if by logging in we get it. But now the one issue we're going to run into is right now we don't, we're going to get blocked. So we could do a couple of different things. One, right here, now that we have those passwords list, we could insert valid credentials, but no, we can't because we're hard coding the username. We have to do some other logic here. So we could, yeah, let's do it that way. So we need to change Carlos to user. And then we need to define user. And for every once in a while, we need to change passwords. So let's not brute force password. Dang it, this one's not as easy as I was. Let's see. Brute force passwords. It builds a task list. And then with the threads, it calls self.checkPassword. What if we call that one ourselves? Check password. Okay, I think we may need to do that. So this is our let's loop through these for password in passwords. Let's start a count. Or we can do, I said we can do 2, and then we need to log in, right? Count equals 1 or 0. So tasks, I'm just going to equals a list. Tasks. Let's do dot append. Dot append user name password count plus equals 1. So if we did it like that and put username up here, username equals Carlos. And then here we did, okay, so if it's divisible by 3, right? So that would be, if we started at 1 good too. Okay, so then if we did if count mod 3 equals 0, then we do user equals wiener how do we keep the password? Oh, if mod, we're going to do tasks dot append before wiener Peter and then we're going to do task dot append change word Carlos password count +1. Okay, that looks okay to me. So we loop through all the passwords. If the count, which we start at 1, is divisible by 3, and that division equals 0, or the remainder equals 0, we're going to add in these credentials. So that means that every third, it should have wiener Peter. And then after that, it's going to add in this +1. Should we count +1 here? I don't know. Let's take a look at what task looks like. So we're going to log.debug tasks. Let's see how that looks. Task.append. What? Oh, I need a dictionary, don't I? Yeah. What does, let's make it similar to this. So it's task this. Task equals this. We're going to do, and then task.append task. This change in word is going to be wiener Peter. And then we're going to do the same thing here, but this time it's going to be change word Carlos and change word oh no, boom boom, password. Okay, let's see what that task looks like. So we got Carlos 1 to 3, Carlos password, winter. That's not gonna work. And then so we got 1, 2, and then a good one. And then 1, 2, 3, a good one. That's not gonna work. So we need to +1 here, like I was saying. So count plus equals 1. Let's do it after. Like that. Let's try that. Okay. So bad, bad, good, bad, bad, good, bad, bad, good. Okay. So that will work. Let's just check the end just to make sure. So we got a good, and then we got bad, bad, good, bad, bad. Okay, that's fine. Now that we have a different set of users and passwords, can we just provide that? Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. What if we just set up, what if we allowed to my auth to provide usernames and passwords? So imagine we come with our own list, which we have. Let's call it BruteForce Logins. Def BruteForce Logins. So we've got BruteForce password. So that's when we're just checking a single password against a single user. BruteForce Logins is when we come with a list of credentials we want to try. That's my thinking anyway. Task. Let's do it like that. I don't know. Or should we do, yeah, we're just going to do it like this because that's how I log.info f. Maybe I'll fix this one up after hours also. Root forcing the login using the provided list. I'm not going to do that. Tasks, we skip all this and we go right to here. With concurrent purchase. Okay. So we just need BruteForce Logins here. I'm gonna not BruteForce, change word logins. This will return what? It's going to return the password, right? Because we still call check password with the task post login. And then it returns task password. Well, this is dumb. So I really should return both the username and password here. But whatever. I'm going to leave it as is. Again, I don't like how I have this architected. Again. But it should work. We should be able to solve it just like this. Let's give it a shot. Solve it. And move on. So, boom. Did I not? Oh, that's dumb. I didn't write it. My bad. Let's go look at how we're doing. Proxy. I don't know. Oh, get login. What's going on? Found. It said the valid password was Peter. Why? Incorrect password is there. So, check password, post login. When we did the post login, we prepared the request, username, password, send, So and then we sent it and returned the response. And then we checked password is valid. If response.status code equals 302, which we got a 200. So we did post this one, got a 200. We did this one, got a 200. Then we logged in for real. Oh, it's because of this one. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Okay. We are gonna need to subclass this. Do I want to? Oh my gosh. All right, let's subclass freaking again. I want to do it just like this. But in this time, I'm going to... Oh, wait, no. What? Let me close that script here. I want to copy this and put it top of here. The reason I want to subclass it is because in check password, I want to subclass this. So I want to change the logic here. Response equals post login task. If task username equals wiener, I want to do nothing. So let's do does not equal wiener. Then we can check if it's valid. Okay. Now we need to use that instead of here. Change word my auth. It's a little frustrating because, I think I have it. Looks like we're doing exactly what we wanted. But the architecture of it, because there's so many like edge cases. Well, I don't know if they're edge cases, but there's so many ways to send this. And maybe it's just not a good idea to try to create one class for everything, every possibility. What do we call this? I don't know. I could probably build in a flag that says send a buffer or a cleaner login every X number of requests. That's probably what I'll do off camera. Anyway, I think we've got this one solved now. So basically, you can see what we send 2 brute forcing attempts for every 1. Let me make sure that we're actually trying to solve this. So this is Daniel, yeah, and Star Wars. Okay, we are trying to solve this. Looks like we got something different. Carlos Pepper, looks like we figured it out. See, did we solve it? Lab is solved. Was it Pepper? Pepper. Boom. There's the banner. Very cool. So we built out our script so that it does 2 attempts to log in to BruteForce Carlos, and then 1 logging in as ourselves. And it repeats that 2 attempts to log in as Carlos, and then a valid login. And that's to defeat the BruteForce Protection, which is logic-based that doesn't account for... So basically, the logic is reset all failed attempts if we get a good attempt. And we take advantage of that by doing a good attempt sprinkled in with a bunch of bad attempts. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Goodbye.